Alrighty, here we are on episode 2 of our communist dictatorship, so let's get into it. Alrighty, so we are cruising along, just setting up a lot of communism. That's what we're focusing on for the first major portion of this entire series, so that's pretty good for us. The population is happy. We should pass any what are they called? Elections with flying colors. We have to wait a decade for our current final objective for this era, so as long as we can wait this decade out, then we'll be in a pretty good spot. So just the entire time, I'm just going to focus on just slapping down production non-stop until we're making like $100,000 every export. That is the goal. How much was that? $1,000 worth of imported bananas. Kind of whatever. Let's see. So yeah, everything's looking really good. Plenty of clinics. Hopefully soon this this other clinic starts getting used. That'd be ideal because our current healthcare happiness is 38, and so we can possibly give up to 55, so having an additional clinic down should help expedite this process. I might even put another one right here. And then on top of that, we need to set up some more leather producing buildings, the tanneries. As soon as we get some more ranches down, definitely. Want to keep around 30 vacant jobs at all times. Let's start doing some more rescue raids. I think we actually have one up right now. Yes, so we're in the middle of one. We just keep on doing this, get the population to like 400, 500, maybe even 600, maybe even up to 1,000. This little area definitely isn't going to be able to withstand that, so we might have to wait a little bit of time so that way we can get the tenements, start building tenements to replace all of these bunkhouses. I should have color coordinated like these yellow and these blue, because this one here looks pretty decent. This will look really nice once we have the blue tenements in place. We'll wait until this raid is almost complete before unpausing some more buildings. Coconut harvesters disallow local consumption. We can check to see what is allowing local consumption if you click on your food happiness here. Food provider, so there's still a plantation out here that is allowing consumption. Probably be ideal to set up another grocery at some point pretty soon. I don't want too many of so we're building these little city blocks here. I don't want too many of different buildings like in places. Like I wouldn't want a whole block of like just other buildings. I do want to leave most of it up for mainly housing in these city blocks. Cannery still steadily producing, very good. $17,000 coming in. We'll leave the palace over here for a while. I don't want to do, actually that's what I could do with I talked about in the last episode, I want to set this island I think up for sugar and then rum distilleries. This one up for mining, along with some other mines around here. Build another little town for weapons productions. And I think I'll go through and chop down all the trees, make this like the log farming little island here. And then maybe we'll do something with the logs, turn them into planks, maybe make furniture. Maybe furniture, and there's something else you can do, boats. Maybe furniture and boats as the last bit of exports. Like I'm always saying, the more planning you do, the better. So this island is much more planned out than the previous attempt I made for communist dictatorship, so it's coming along a lot more smoothly. We can put this on the lowest budget. Don't really need to do any raids with it right now, so we'll just hold off on it. So we're not leaking money because it was costing 147 a month. Now it's down to 53. So that's pretty good. 20,000, we're up to 40k. We'll praise the Axes, ask for financial aid in 3 months. See if we can do some more trades with them real quick. buy another, well, I'll wait to buy the trade license until I see a decent trade for us. We can import coconuts, import coffee. We can import steel. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one, because that one will be instantly complete as soon as this ship here, this freighter, docks. And so that'll be a nice little bonus to our standing with them. And then eventually, pretty far into the future, we will set up our rich location here. So that is the main goal. Completed that. Now if we check out our relation with the axes, it's way over 100. I should actually keep these guys doing ally sabotage raids. Reason being is that we have to wait a decade, and it would be nice if we didn't end up getting attacked. So we'll go ahead and do that. Commandos are gathering. We'll just keep on doing that for the rest of this era.
Everyone has to do their bit for the war.
Fulfill import trade with the allies. Maybe I could do this to kind of keep them from getting too upset. Is there any imports? We can import fish. That'll take 3 whole ships to show up. Not ideal. So we'll wait. Maybe we'll get an actually decent one. It looks like it's about time to build up another tavern, so we'll go ahead and do that. This definitely isn't like the most ideal thing, a bunch of taverns in them, like in a row. Definitely doesn't look that great, but this is one of the best spots that we can do this at, so I'm gonna leave it for now. Let's check our population. Doing alright. Let's unpause the Fisherman's Wharf. And everything's good with that. How much longer on this? About 7 months. That kind of sucks. It's taking forever. Max budget. We need to change the work mode and get a real big telescope. We'll get a real big telescope now. It's been 3 months, 15 days. We'll just keep on asking for financial aid on repeat. Oh, we did get new traits though. Nothing great. We can sell coconuts for a bit more money than usual. We'll do that. Any imports we can do with them? Iron, that'll take 2. I'd rather only do trade deals that are 1, so these weapons here. The allies are pretty upset with us.
That El Presidente hates bullies. So when superpowers try to bully Tropico, Presidente says, "No more trade for you."
I mean, it would be pretty unfortunate if we got invaded, but I don't think that's going to happen, so it'll be fine. And so the plan with this island build that we got going on is I want to set up these 3 little islands, build up their little towns. So rum distillery town here, weapons manufacturing town here. And then we'll go ahead and do our log little town right here. And then we're going to set up the rich people here. And then we're going to let the island just completely burn down. Decreasing liberty, if we can, down to like 0. And then going through and putting on martial law. And then we'll just, that'll be like the last like 2 episodes. Just watching the island completely implode. But I'll only do that after everything's set up really nice. So we're not going to declare martial law for a while. We're going to save our research points. Actually, I should have kept the library. I ended up destroying it. There was one here. I should have kept it so that way we could definitely have the research points for the nuclear bomb once we make it to that era. And talking about the nuclear bomb, it'd probably be ideal to go ahead and just set up our coal mine. Reason being is that we're going to need coal for electricity, and we're going to need electricity for a nuclear bomb. So that's going to be the next major goal, because all we got to do right now to make it through this era is wait another 3,154 days, and the next era, as soon as we make the nuclear bomb, we'll move on to the modern times era. There's nothing specifically that I'm waiting for in that era. Besides, I guess, like shopping malls and little things like that. But it would be nice to quickly make it there. Realistically, I just mainly want to focus on getting to the Cold War so we can start building up lots of tenements around. Let's check food happiness. If it's not really high, I mean 76, but we're getting 87 here. I mean, this building isn't completely stocked all the time, so maybe it's fine. Let's check healthcare happiness. Hopefully that's going up. It's only 41. Let's bump it up to the next budget, 64. Okay. Check our population. Still doing pretty good. Do we ever finish this rescue raid? No. So, pretty soon. Let's go ahead and actually unpause. So we have 1 goat ranch, 2 goat ranch. Let's do all the goat ranches on this side. Next up we'll do these 3 cattle ranches. Once we have that, we should be able to set up another tannery and we should be fine. 17, yeah, we're gonna need a bit more jobs very soon. Let's check the beauty around these. So yeah, we could build taverns all the way down. I might end up completely moving these. We'll wait until we're near the end to kind of like just destroy some parks and put the taverns amongst all the population. Because at that point we won't care about their happiness. But for now, let's keep them as happy as we can so that way we're not getting invaded. Ask for financial aid here, pretty nice. Check trade deals, nothing new. We need to wait 4 more months. Is this raid nearly complete? The ship's on their way. It's going to take them forever to get here, but that's okay. Let's put this on this budget here. Could do coal preparation plant. We'll go ahead and get that. Just 2 more extra job slots. That's fine. And maybe I could build up our first bus stations. Not sure how I feel about it though. We have both of the newspapers down, so hopefully everyone's being pushed towards the right side here. Gunny, Red Star, good, good.
Remember, loose lips might sink ships, so tighten your lips with a Tropican-made spanner. You won't regret it.
Alrighty. Let's check our workforce occupancy, see where no one wants to work. The new goat ranches, this fisherman's wharf. But other than that, I guess the coconut harvesters aren't doing too hot, as well as the mines, but hopefully pretty soon we'll be in a pretty good spot. All these on pasture prohibition, turn off allow local consumption. Cool, cool. About to make another 12,000, we'll be over 50k, which is pretty good. As long as we keep on slapping down production, then we should never run into issues with money at least. And as long as we keep everyone happy and civil, then the island shouldn't get burned down. The only possible way we could lose right now would be being invaded by the allies. So maybe what I could do is look for an import trade from them now. Fish, it's a lot of fish. I mean, I might just do it to appease them. It'll take like a real long time to get this done. We're actually going to be losing money on it. It'll be like a year and a half, like a year, somewhere around there. Let's see if there's any, we can get leather. So let's put this on the max budget here. So now the leather that we're producing is being sold for way more money than usual. Very, very good for us. Coconuts and pineapples are also being sold at a inflated price. We could get corn here. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy it. We're going to take all the money that we can get. And I mean, screw it, let's do the fish deal. $10,000. $10,000 just to lose some money, but potentially save us from being invaded. So we're going to go ahead with it. Looks like we are kind of running into problems getting enough manure for the manure spreaders. Definitely not ideal. Let's check soil degradation. Oh no, soil degradation is getting really bad. That's not good. The efficiencies are dropping really low. Another rescue raid, very good. And we perfectly fit all of the housing. That's pretty nice. Maybe I'll build up one more little block here. Maybe this one. But either way, what really sucks is that the soil's degrading out here because these manure spreaders don't quite have what it takes. Everything's on pasture prohibition. There's like only a little bit of manure coming out of these buildings now. That really sucks. To help expedite this whole process, let's build a bus garage, our first bus garage. And we'll build it here. That's fine. Let's just quick build it, get it out of the way. Go with max budget. Place the ending bus station right here in front of the grocery, and the starting bus station all the way over here. Reason that I want to do this is it's going to help workers quickly make it to the ranches and then back home, so it'll drastically increase the amount of manure that we're creating here. So we'll go ahead and do that. That'll make 13k, pushing us up to 30,000, or at least close. Losing a lot of money importing all this fish, but that's okay. Tannery's still looking pretty good. Alrighty, and then there was something else that I was thinking about. Let's go ahead and start unpausing some buildings. Let's do all these cattle ranches here. Okay. With those cattle ranches, we should have enough manure to keep the soil quality at a decent amount. Soil degradation, yeah, it's getting really bad. Anything above 50 is like pretty killer. And right around here it's above 50, right in between these three plantations. So we just need to focus on getting that up next. I didn't end up changing this work mode, kind of inefficient. That's okay though. As soon as they're finished with this next raid, we'll go ahead and do that. Keep our happiness as high as possible. Looks like it is tanking a little bit. Faith should be around 54. Let's go ahead and bump that up. Let's go ahead and bump these up. And let's go ahead and bump the bunkhouses up. If we lose money over the next couple months, then I'll bump a couple of things back down. Probably start with the bunkhouses, but getting all of those to give a bit more happiness. We're currently at 49. It should shoot up about 50 with those bonuses there. Alrighty. 12k in the dock, pretty good. Change all of these work modes. All of our taverns are currently completely booked, so maybe another tavern is in order. Max budget, switch to work mode. There we go. I want to get the rum distillery area set up next. I'll give a pretty decent bonus to all of the taverns, which will be nice. Check our work population. Not amazing. Okay. We're still doing pretty good though. 14k, 30,000. Let's check these. They've influenced 200 people's opinions. Let's check this one. Another 140. Check our politics. We're starting to get a pretty decent amount of people on the right side here. We could... Well, before I move on to building up our first bit of electricity, I'd rather... Honestly, I'm probably going to wait until the next era. Let's see how much longer we have to wait. 2,000 days. We'll put this on ×2 speed. Hopefully we can get there before the end of this episode. Manure spreader, come on. I need you to keep on working. Only 80 manure. That's not good. Pasture prohibition on all of them. Make sure they're not allowing local consumption. Real quick, let's check what is. Just the grocery. Okay, cool. I should build another grocery, like real soon. 23,000. Still about 30k if a ship showed up right now. That's good. Oh, they did. Let's go ahead and get... Let's just put down the next grocery here. That ought to be a good spot there. We'll just quick build it. It's only 600 bucks. Max budget. There we go. And we might as well increase the budget on the other one to the max. Oh, it already is. Okay. Happiness, hopefully it's above 50. It is at 50. State approved doctor. Keep it at 70. That's fine. Let's see if we're running into Teamster issues, because we do have a lot of production buildings out now. Yeah, we're going to need some more Teamsters, definitely. So let's just build 2, get 2 out of the way here. Don't want them too close to each other, but I think that looks fine. Maybe we'll build another one here-ish. So now we have room for just 2 tenements in this whole block. I didn't do this right, this church here. Well, I mean, it's fine, I think. Maybe I could kind of turn it over this way, allowing me to put 2 tenements here. Another sabotage raid done. Let's just keep those going on repeat. Make sure we don't get invaded. Just check this out. Raid finishing very soon. The ship is on its way. Cool. We'll change that work mode, just so that we have... Uh-oh, that's not good. Seeing the revenue not as high as it should be, or as I'd like it to be. Losing, it looks like $2,000 a month, somewhere around there. Change the work mode as soon as these guys show up and send them right back out. Cool. We'll take that $2,000 there. We have a handful of vacant jobs. Let's unpause the rest of these buildings now. Let's go ahead and enact urban development and build up as many country houses as we can afford currently. Let's do blue ones here. Turn off random variations. And we can do yellow ones here. Cool. I wonder what the pollution's looking like around this. Ooh, really bad. Everyone living in this city block is going to have a lower life expectancy, but that's okay. We could build up, I think we'll need like 2 or 3 canneries in total, and because this is the food producing little portion here, setting the canneries in this area only makes sense. We'll wait until the next era once we get electricity, so that's what we use the electricity on. We'll use it for making a nuclear bomb, and then secondly to set up our first bit of canneries. $14,000, that's okay. Everyone on this budget here, loose load limit. Still looks like these guys are sort of struggling. Deliver an amazing speech. Let's see what's the lowest. Housing happiness. Okay. Praise the communists. We have more communists, I believe, than anything else. We'll blame the allies. And promise to improve nothing. Usually it's pretty dangerous to blame a superpower, but because we're sabotaging them constantly, they can't invade us, so that's fine.
Every Tropican will get what
deserve. And what of my people? I feel your pain when your walls shudder and your roofs leak. Those of you who have roofs. But soon, roofs for all and walls for many. Our efforts are aided by our communist comrades, to each according to their need, from each according to their ability. Equality for all, especially those who are more equal than others. Of course, we have enemies too. These so-called
Caesar Augustus El Presidente.
mislead with their very name. Their propaganda is advanced, but we shall not be fooled. My promises are made humbly, for I am Tropico.
Cool.
Remember, a vote for
Should be a
El
pretty easy election.
is a vote for
28,000, that's pretty good. And now we should have completely erased our issues with all of the Teamsters, logistics. All the logistics issues should be completely dealt with. Looks like we can have room for 1, 2, 3, 4 tenements here, and we can put parks in this little area here. And I'll probably never delete these parks, which is nice. Tenement goes here, a tenement goes here, which means that we'll have... Wait. No, just one tenement. And then like kind of a big park here. I might even leave this bunkhouse, I'm not sure yet. Completed another sabotage raid. Are these guys? Yeah, they are. Let's check our population. I haven't checked it in a bit. Still doing pretty alright. I wonder how the fish populations are doing. They're still doing swimmingly. Maybe we could set up a second one next to each of these. Let's go ahead and do that. Put these on low budget. Or low priority. I'd rather get the rest of the housing up first. We now have enough vacant housing, and nobody doesn't have a job. Quick double negative, so we can go through, delete all of these current shacks. Cool. There we go. Check our trade deals. We have 2 available, so let's see if there's anything that we're producing that we can sell. Fish. Fish for a higher profit. Very good for us. Nickel, planks, tobacco. Let's see if we can import anything. Can import some steel, weapons. Make a quick $9,000 here. If we do 4, we'll go ahead and do that.
Tropico has ceased trading with a certain major superpower.
Presidente, you look bored. Do you not have an
You look
underling
bored.
to throw oddly shaped objects at?
Oh no, I did not mean to do that.
Wolfgang, do not move!
Excuse me, President.
I mean, that's not bad.
How glorious to be me.
On his way to a tavern. Hey, go visit the embassy.
Tropico goes.
10,000, not great. Completed a rescue raid. So now we're running into issues with having enough jobs for everyone. Let's just quick build these up then. Put them all on. Let's check out the max budget with fishing dredge and drift knitting. We also need a road here. Let's go ahead and get that done. Cool. So now pretty much all of our current job sites are completely worked in, which is very ideal. And all of these are producing manure to keep everything running. Maybe we'll look around for just a couple more farming locations, maybe a couple more ranching locations. We could definitely fill in this side of the road here. 20,000. So the way to figure this, I'm not sure if you know, it says 20,000 here, but we're not going to make 20,000, definitely not. Reason is that we'll have to import 1,000 units of weapons. So what you can do is click on your weapon trade here. And so what's happening is we're spending $12,000 and then we're selling them for $15,000. Or no, yeah, we're importing and then selling. So every time that this shows up, we're making $2,250. Pretty much just printing that money out of our dock, which is pretty convenient every time that a freighter shows up. But what you do to figure how much exactly you're going to make as soon as the next thing shows up, you minus the route cost for 1,000 units, so $12.75. So minus $12.75 from that, which leaves us right around $10,000. So that's how much money we'll make whenever it shows up. But the amount of profit we're making every time is still the same. So we're making that every time, which is pretty nice. Let's check in our population. Unemployed. We don't have quite enough jobs. Let's start. Oh, we don't even have money. We have to wait a bit. I'm gonna make 30,000 there minus 12.75, so 1,800 or 18,000, which should put us around $10,000 in the positive. And then once the trade deal's done, you get back your initial investment, which is pretty nice. It can get a bit tricky whenever you have multiple import trades. Like say we did this steel as well, we'd have to do even more math. So it's really convenient whenever you only got one trade going on. Import, 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 cigars. Cheese, coffee, cotton, nickel, shellfish. We'll take that. Cool. Now that our standing is at 100 pretty consistently, it's okay to take the maximum volume for the exports. Reason being is that that's pretty much as high as it's going to get for the foreseeable future. 34 minus 12, 35 minus 12, 36, 37 minus 12. What is that? 40 or 26k? 26k minus that 12. That 15 should be at like 10,000 at positive. Yep.
The palace assures all its citizens that no country thinks Tropico is worth sending rockets against.
And like some good communists, they're using the bus station. Very good to see. Now that we are in the positive, let's go ahead and start building up some plantations here. We're definitely going to need them. Corn, banana, pineapples, nothing wants to go here, which is a pretty big shame. So before we jump the gun, let's see if there's any ranches we can put. We can do some pig ranches. That might be our only real ticket here. Yeah, let's do more plantations. We're gonna need, let's do more ranches. We're gonna need lots of manure in the very near future. And as a matter of fact, this island, this current episode, is currently hitting the 30-minute mark. We're halfway through muddling through the Cold War, or through the World Wars here. So we should be comfortably into the Cold War at the end of the next episode. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this episode here. Made some pretty steady progress, nothing too crazy. Just continually building up the island, which is very good. And so if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. And if you want to follow along with future series or finish off this series, then be sure to subscribe. I'll be posting more series, more episodes of Tropico 6. And I should be doing daily uploads for quite a while. Peace.